Hello everyone, welcome to the PG webinar on Remote Sensing and GIS course. I hope you can hear me all right. If so, can you please pop a message in the chat box so that I know that you are hearing me all right? Yeah, thanks Stephen. So welcome to this webinar, which I will be focusing mainly on Remote Sensing and GIS course. So thanks for coming and attending today's session. I'll go into more detail about this course in the next few slides, but let's first begin with what are the benefits of studying at Ulster University. So we provide a range of courses that offer excellent conversion from one course or one discipline to the other. And if you're thinking about changing your career or changing your expertise and experience by studying a different course, so Ulster University provides that opportunity to all the students. You can learn more about different courses these days and realize the importance of different disciplines. It is all sort of interdisciplinary now, so it is important to gain experience and knowledge of more and more fields as you progress into your careers. So Ulster University provides a very good opportunity for this. There is a huge alumni network that helps the students and everyone in gaining more experience and like exploring the fields in more depth. Uh, so there are like several benefits of higher education. We cannot say that it's enough to have an undergraduate degree. It has been proven that data shows that you have more chances of increasing your earnings if you get higher education. So the data shows that earnings and employment rate, especially in Northern Ireland, increases in line with the education. So uh, around postgraduate students are around 21% more likely to be in a highly skilled employment. So this makes for the importance of higher education and postgraduate studies. So Ulster provides quite different and various and flexible options for postgraduate studies. We have full-time programs, part-time programs, which are mostly distance learning, and then we offer PG certificate, PG diploma, and Master of Arts and Master of Science degrees. So it is not just simple full-time study or on-campus study. Many of our postgraduate courses are primarily distance learning programs. And several of our programs and courses are accredited by industries, including our GIS program, which is offered in School of Geography and Environmental Sciences. So majority of our courses are recognized by professional bodies. You can apply to Ulster University going to its website, and mostly for the postgraduate programs, there's no set deadline for applying. You can apply until the very last moment when the semester starts. So for the upcoming semester, the starting date is I think 20th of September 2021. So you can apply till that date, uh, but it's important to realize that the sooner you apply, you can secure your place earlier. So, but there is no set deadline for application. The fees and finance, you can find more details on the website. Here are some of the figures given for this academic year, which is around £6,270 this year. There are flexible payment options. There are some other facilities as well for Ulster alumni. You can go to the fee and finance webpage and find more details over there, or you can contact the fees on their email address. Okay, so now coming to the remote sensing and GIS course. This is a newly started course. We started this course last year, and in fact, it is our second intake. It is a part-time program and basically offers three options: PG certificate, PG diploma, and Master of Science. It is designed to provide an up-to-date experience and content on both remote sensing and GIS, geographical information systems. It is a fully online course and part-time course, as I mentioned, at multiple exit points. You can, if you wish to exit attaining only PG certificate, you can do so. Postgraduate diploma or Master of Science, which also involves some piece of research. I'll go into more detail about the course structure in the next few slides. But first, why do we need remote sensing and GIS? So the people already in this discipline or who know what remote sensing and GIS are already realize and understand the importance of these disciplines. There is a huge demand for remote sensing and GIS professionals these days, not only within the government sector, but also private sector, education, and several fields. Uh, there is a huge application of remote sensing data in these fields. A lot of satellites are being launched, have been launched in the recent past, which provide a huge amount of Earth observation data, not only the land cover, but also the atmosphere and environment and upper space. A lot of this data is being used to monitor the land cover or landscape and also the atmosphere and climate change and other things. So there is a huge potential for application of remote sensing and GIS in many areas, including both physical geography and human geography. It is a must-have skill set these days, as as many organizations are looking into exploring the remote sensing data and GIS. And this course is basically meant for not only the professionals who are already in this field, but new graduates or fresh graduates completing their undergraduate degree who are willing to explore more into this discipline. It is for them as well. So if they are if a new fresh graduate is sort of looking forward to entering a GIS related employment or remote sensing related employment for the first time, they can take this course and feel confident that it will enhance their chances of employability and improve their career prospects. And if the people who are already in this discipline, they can improve their prospects for promotions and other things, and also gain up-to-date knowledge about remote sensing and GIS. So it is for both fresh graduates as well as the professionals already working in these disciplines. And why study with Ulster University? We have around 25 years experience of teaching GIS and around 20 years experience of teaching it via online e-learning platforms. So we are not new into teaching online. We have been doing so since last 20 years online for our GIS program, which is very established, very well developed, and there are a lot of alumni working in various departments, both government and private. So building on this experience, we are now offering remote sensing and GIS course, which offers to enhance the employability and professional and academic skills. Uh, we also offer free copies of proprietary software for remote sensing and GIS, such as ArcGIS Pro and ELDAS Imagine, as well as the statistical software packages, which are useful in your studies as well as your research. And there is the library provides access to huge resources, not only online books, but also online journals, articles, and various other resources. So there are a lot of benefits of studying with us, of having experience and expertise in conducting these courses online. So as I mentioned already, this is a fully online course. You can study from anywhere. You do not need to travel to campus to attend classes, and we do not offer live sessions most of the times. Like in all of the courses, there are no live sessions. Uh, the materials are released in a staggered way where you only study one module at a time. Since this is a part-time course, you only study one module at a time. We offer two modules in one semester, which is a staggered release. Uh, the first 6 weeks of a semester you study one module, and the next 6 weeks of a semester you study the other module. It is entirely assessed by coursework. There are no formal examinations, but of course there are some assignments and some other pieces of assessment that the students need to submit in order to be assessed for to pass a particular module. And MSc, the Master of Science degree, involves a substantial piece of research, independent research as well, where you apply your remote sensing and GIS knowledge to a practical project or practical research project, I would say, to showcase your understanding of doing independent research. And of course, if you do not have a very relevant degree, a substantial relevant work experience may also be accepted in place of standard entry requirements for admission to this course. So if somebody do not thinks that they do not qualify based on their undergraduate degree, which is not relevant to this discipline, but they have substantial work experience in remote sensing or GIS or a related discipline, they can apply to this course and their case could be assessed and their application could be accepted for this course. Coming to the course structure, as I mentioned, this is a part-time program we have, which spans to 3 years. Uh, we have like 6 compulsory courses, compulsory modules, and 2 optional modules. So during the first year, we offer 4 modules, 2 modules each semester. Introduction to Remote Sensing, Principles of GIS, Photogrammetry, and Advanced Image Analysis, Programming for GIS and Remote Sensing. All these 4 modules are offered during the first year. Then we have 2 more compulsory modules in the second year, the first semester of the second year, which are Advanced Active and Passive Remote Sensing and Spatial Data Management. Then we have a few optional modules as well in the fourth semester of this course, which are spatial data analysis or web-based GIS. Students can choose any one of these two, and they have to choose another module from the options of marine remote sensing or GIS for environmental management. So we offer these optional modules during the fourth semester of the study program. And then finally, there is MSc research project. All the modules are 15 credits each. To gain PG certificate, you have to complete 60 credits modules in the first year. If you wish to continue to PG diploma, you need to complete 120 credits. And if you wish to continue further and get an MSc degree, you need to complete 180 credits. So the MSc dissertation is 60 credit points. So this is how the course is organized. The modules, as I mentioned earlier, are released in a staggered way, so you study only one module at a time during a given semester. So each module is generally 6 weeks in duration. It incorporates both online lectures and practical exercises delivered via Blackboard, which is our online virtual learning environment platform. The modules are delivered, of course, by our experienced staff and e-tutors and e-mentors. It is not just the lecturer who is delivering, but we have a range of e-tutors and e-mentors which are available online to facilitate the conduct of the modules. So the materials are usually released during in the beginning of the semester or week by week, which students go through, they learn. We have discussion forums as well where students interact with each other. We encourage and provide an opportunity for the students to interact with each other via the discussion forums. If any student faces any issues or problems, they send an email to the instructors, tutors, or they post a question on the discussion forum, which is readily addressed by the instructors, relevant module coordinators, or e-tutors and even the fellow members of their class. So the submission of assignments is also done online. So there is no issue of submitting your paperwork or hard copies or anything. Each and everything is online within one platform, which is Blackboard. You get your teaching materials over there. You study over there. You can send your questions through Blackboard. You can get answers to your queries from Blackboard, and you submit your assignments on Blackboard. And of course, you also get your marks and everything on Blackboard. So it is all integrated into one virtual learning environment, removing the difficulty of understanding different platforms or other things. So it's very well organized and very well integrated. In terms of career prospects, the GIS and remote sensing discipline and field is really expanding. And as I mentioned, it is growing with the growing data that we are getting from increasing number of satellites these days. There are a variety of professional and academic positions in various disciplines and various capacities, such as project managers or surveyors, data analysts, specialists, GIS training experts, and whatnot. So there is a huge potential for GIS and geospatial technologies these days. Uh, Here are a few sort of organizations or disciplines or fields where you can think of uh, looking for career or look for employment, but this is not the full list. It is just to give an idea that there is a huge application of GIS and remote sensing in various disciplines like satellite navigation or renewable energy or sustainable urban development, ecology, environment, forestry, urban and rural studies, and each and everything you can say. So there is a huge potential for remote sensing and GIS these days. And our graduates from the GIS course, they are very happy, very satisfied. We got very high ranking for student satisfaction in terms of their postgraduate studies at Ulster University. So uh, they speak very well of our courses and how the courses and modules are managed and delivered. So this is sort of a very encouraging point for us that students, the graduates from our university are finding good employment, and they're happy and satisfied that what they have achieved through study at Ulster. Apart from the remote sensing and GIS course, which I just described, we have a couple of other relevant courses such as GIS, which is also like PG Cert, PG Diploma, and MSc program, and it is offered full time as well, where the students they take more modules per semester, and they can complete their MSc within 1.5 year, approximately 1.5 year, like half of the time compared to a part-time program. And this course is also offered part-time. So GIS course is both part-time and full-time. Student can take any of the options based on their circumstances. And then we have environmental management with GIS, another course which is more focused towards the environmental management discipline, and it is offered only part-time. So this was all, I believe, for the remote sensing and GIS course. And if any of you have any questions, please feel free to ask that now, or you can just pop your question in the chat box if you wish so. Thanks, Stephen. So if you have any questions now, you can do that, or ask that. Please feel free for that. And otherwise, here is my email address. My name is Saad Bhatti. I believe I introduced myself at the beginning of the webinar. But anyways, here is my email address, and you can send me an email if you have any queries related to the remote sensing and GIS course. If you have any other questions, you can go to the Ulster University website, and you can find the email address of relevant departments like admissions or fees, and you can always send them an email, and they would be happy to answer your questions. I would be more than happy to answer the questions related to the remote sensing and GIS course.